Okay, I want to talk about don't fall, don't you do it. I guess like authenticity. Authenticity. Yes, let's talk about authenticity. I'm feeling nervous because I'm outside and it's possible that I could be heard. And I want to feel comfortable to freely speak. Freely speak. Free speech. So hopefully I'll get a roll on if I just keep talking. I have with me here some Swedish holiday delights from Trader Joe's. Just lovely. What a lovely business. You know, I can say I hate capitalism here, I hate capitalism there. I do love Trader Joe's. Ooh. Also, dang, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Watch out, everyone. I think I might need to move inside. Maybe. I just want to be able to get in the flow. But is this a challenge? Maybe this is a good challenge for me. Gun me. Very chewy. I was walking through the airport thinking about authenticity. And something just popped in my head of like, do it for you. And I know this is not a new message. This is certainly something that people have been saying for a long time. But I think especially for creatives, doing creative work, Jesus, that's just for you and nobody else. Like, not to please anybody, because I think if you're really tapping into that wellspring of artistry, you are going to confuse and anger and sadden people. I mean, there's going to be a variety of emotions that your art provokes, and I think it's a good sign if it's provoking more than just, wow, this is really good. At least in my opinion. I don't think I want to be generalizable, generally likable, you know, because I think that means that I'm trying to, well, one, I'm trying to abide by somebody else's standards for my life, and two, I mean, there's so many people in this world, and there's always going to be people who don't like you. There's always going to be people that don't like you. That is such a hard lesson for me to learn, and I'm sure it's hard for some of you guys out there. Some of you crazy kids out there. You guys are crazy. You keep me young. And also, when you don't do art for your own interests, or I guess if you are having somebody else in mind while you're making art, that fear can get in the way of that fear can get in the way of even beginning a project. That's what I'm finding right now. I'm doing this portrait for a friend. I've barely started because I'm so concerned of if he's gonna like it or not, or if it's gonna be in a style that he likes. Like, why am I doing that? Why am I just... He asked me to make a portrait, so he trusts my tastes and my like skills, so why can't I trust that I have what it takes, or like that I don't have to be concerned about it being good, you know? I can be concerned about it being good to me. Maybe. I don't know, but sometimes when I have an idea of what I want it to look like, then the fear also stops me. I read The Artist's Way this summer, and it was really great, and I feel like there's a lot of lessons that have been kind of latent to reappear in my life. If any of you are watching this and you're like, she's not saying that right, please tell me. You know, sometimes I think I use big words because they're fun. Like, there's so many cool words in this world, but I don't know if I'm saying them right. That's been such a big discovery when I like say a cool word that I like saw somewhere, like I read somewhere, like online or in a book or something, and I'm saying it completely wrong because English is fucking weird and not phonetic. I'd really like to post this. I think I want, because I want to do this for me. I want to have a channel, I think, for me and for my growth, and anything that would stop me would be fear of what others think, which is kind of also the theme of this. And also I think that's really a theme in my life right now of like I'm on the other side of a breakup and realizing that I keep avoiding my own desires for my life and just focusing on my partner's desire for their lives and just like going full throttle on that, so I don't have to decide and figure out what I want because it's such a daunting task. And maybe we never really know, but I definitely was not putting a lot of energy there, and I was putting a disproportionate amount of energy into other people's desires for me, which everybody does. It's very human, very, very human. But I want to, it's just been coming up a lot lately, and I want to keep thinking about doing things for me, doing things purely for me and for my pleasure and for my, I mean, we are the only ones that we will have for all of our lives. And also, I'm not trying to say this like I think I'm coming up with some original idea. Like this is, so many people have said this and are realizing this. Maybe I didn't need to add that caveat, but maybe I did. Who knows? Okay. All right. I just came home from Thanksgiving. My Thanksgivings are really big. We had 30 people at our house, my parents' house, and most of my family is pretty traditionally religious and kind of has that viewpoint on life, and I don't see it the same way as them. And in my mind, I've told the story to myself that therefore I cannot be loved by them because I think differently than they do. But I feel like I really try to love them, and I do love them despite them thinking different than me. So why would I not expect that same thing back, you know? Or why would I think automatically that that's not possible? And there were quite a few things that challenged that this year, because I don't think most of my family knows the extent to which I differ in belief system than them. But I bet they can guess at it. I bet they can look at me and they'll be like, yeah, I think it might be more obvious than I even know. But yeah, but there were many moments of like, no, that I'm sure a lot of that is just the story that I'm telling myself, and for my own sake I want to stop telling that story. I want to eat these gummies, but they take so long to chew, and I am finding myself having to touch down here. Bro. I'm so excited that the oranges are almost ready again. I think this tree has two blooms of oranges a year. I feel so lucky to live in this house and to have 2 orange trees in my backyard, and to have a fire pit in the house, or a fireplace, and a fire pit outdoors too. I love fire. But I was talking to, I took an Uber this morning to I took an Uber back home from a flyaway bus station from the airport. That's how I got home from the airport. And I loved my Uber driver. We had such a good conversation, and he kept pointing out to me, like, saying, like, when he was driving me here, he was like, you're so lucky to live here. It's such a beautiful area, and like all this stuff. Like, he said it so many times. And I was like, yes, I am so lucky. I'm so lucky to live here. It is gorgeous. Probably should go for a walk today. Or bike ride. That'd be nice. I think that's the gist of what I have to say. So I'm gonna trust that maybe someone got something from this. And I know I did. So, doing it for me. Booms. Full circle moment.